Hello, my name is Manuel Egaji, and I coach and train people to be successful in business, sales, relationship, and life in general. Now, in this video today, I'm going to be teaching us why businesses don't make money and what you can do, how you can strategize and position your business to be able to generate a lot of money. And I'll also be teaching you how to accumulate assets as what? As a family, as a business, as an individual, how to accumulate assets. And I'll be telling you why I'm going to be telling you how I'm going to be discussing assets today. You know, I made a promise in my video, end of the year video. I talked about how I'm going to be teaching us and how to accumulate assets and how to grow our business that way. So this is me fulfilling my promise to you. I've studied that already. I'm just starting it, and guys, I want you all to pay attention and follow all the video. I think I'm going to create in a playlist so you can follow through and understand what to do and you don't miss anything. So one more thing, please. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be saying a lot of things that are going to be a little bit off what we know, the usual things we know, the usual definitions. So in case you don't understand something, please just go to the comment section, or probably you're learning something new, go to the comment section and ask your questions. Tell us what you're learning, and our people will be there in the comment section. I'll be there in the comment section to answer every question of yours. So thank you very much. Some of you have subscribed to this channel, you've liked our channel, and you've been commenting. Thank you, and thank you very much. Now let's get right into the topic. So before we start anything, what is business? I know a lot of you are in business, and most people probably are civil servants. They're in civil service. They're working under some places, but they just want to have their own business. But before you do that, right, or you're already in there, what is business? What is business? Now, you'll be surprised what a business is. Now, a business is just an entity. If you're registering a business, you will know that you're just registering an entity. Something. An entity is something that exists on its own. That's something that have a distinct and a separate existence. It's just there. It's just like just creating a kind of a personality or something like that. Just giving a name to something whereby people can refer to. That's just what a business is. Now I am saying why businesses don't make money. The reason why businesses don't make money, and we have proof of that, we have a lot of businesses that are not making money, is because there is no money in business. Okay, now there is no money in business, right? I know this is going to be like there's no money in business. Everybody is trying to go into business because of money. I'm going to explain to you that, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to be telling you my definition of what a business is at the end of this video. So you want to stick to the end, right? You want to stick to the end because a lot of things will make sense at the end when I'm done explaining. So I say businesses don't make money because you see a lot of businesses out there, they are just struggling to survive, right? They are not making money. Why is it that they are not making money? But everybody came into the game to make money. But why is it that some businesses are making money? As a matter of fact, Apple, their last valuation, Apple is worth about 2 point something trillion dollars in dollars, not in naira, not in cedis, not in whatever, in dollars. So why is it that some businesses are making a lot of money while others are just struggling? They're just struggling for the crumbs. Why is it so? The reason why businesses are not making money, it's because the money is not in the business but in the assets. The money is not in what? In business, because business is just a name. Business is just, you're just giving a name to a set of things that will be happening. So there is no money in business, but there is what? But there is money in asset. So what is an asset? Now, an asset is anything that can be valuable, that is sellable, that is still useful if the owner and the team are not even available anymore. I repeat it again. It's anything that is valuable, irrespective of the presence of the owner or the team, the owner of the business or the team. That is an asset. For example, say you travel, say you travel for 3 days, 4 days, 90 days. Can your business still function? Can your business still attend to customers? Can customers still be satisfied? Or would customers be like, whoa, whoa, they used to attend to us. All of a sudden, I've been trying to do this for like more than a week now, and it's not happening. So if, say you leave, you travel, or you have an emergency, something happened, you are sick, or you go on a vacation, and your business cannot function for about 3 months on its own, then you don't have an asset. So an asset is whatever is giving you money, and that thing can work, can function without you and without your team members for 3 months. It can go on for 3 months without having any issue. It can be pumping money without having issues. That is an what? That is an asset. That is an asset. Now, through the ages, right? Two different ages. Like we have the hunter and the gathering age, where what they do is they gather fruit and then they hunt. What they do, they were hunters. So if you notice, two different ages, their wealth, the source of wealth, the main source of wealth through these ages changes, right? Now, in the hunter and the gathering age, the source of wealth, the main source of wealth was food and fruits. Anybody that have food is rich, right? Anybody that have food, his barn is full, is rich. Now, the next age we're talking about is the agricultural age. The agricultural age, food crops, right? Food crops and land. Land was the main source for anyone that have a large lands. They are very, very rich, right? Sometimes we were not in that age, but you can see that in some of the movies, right? In some of the movies, and what they were doing was just land grabbing, right? So you see some foreigners will come in, and what they're trying to do is to take land, and then you see they're trying to build a railway, and then people are fighting for their land and all that. So people won't reject railway just because of land, because land was the main source of wealth in that age. So the industrial age came with the industries, manufacturing and all that. And so manufacturing and factories and all that, they were the what? They were the main source of wealth. If you had if you had a factory, then you make a lot of money. So after the industrial age, the information age came, when information knowledge and all that, information technology, internet and all that came in, and that was boom, right? That was boom. Information and all that, they were the source of what? Source of wealth then. That was asset. Then people are building those assets. So just like in the time of the agricultural age, when land was the main asset, right? Having land and all that was the main asset. So also digital age came, and we are in the digital age. And in the digital age, we have data technology and digital assets. These are the main source of wealth in this time now. So, and we have the part where we have partnership, and also partnership are some of the things people leverage in this age, but we are focusing on digital assets, right? Digital assets. Now, so digital assets are things like trademark, intellectual properties, trademarks, right? So, for example, you set up a business and you don't have a trademark for it, you don't have name. If you notice, there is the Elon Musk AI, that Grok. There was somebody contending for the name that think they had the name already registered before. So if you register a business and you don't register the intellectual property, somebody can come that have not registered even the name of the business and can go and register and own it, the name, that particular name, as their intellectual property, and you cannot use it, right? So a lot of you, for example, a lot of businesses, you have your names and all that, but you don't have the intellectual property to that name. You have not trademarked the name. So so somebody can just come without registering the business without registering the business, and the person will just trademark that name, and that's all. Your business is gone like this, right? So so when I tell you that there's no money in business, you begin to see why I say there's no money in business. So digital assets, intellectual property, we have digital content like videos. For example, we make videos. This is our gift to our society, to our audience, to the market. We're making these videos and to help you, right? Free videos, you get them on YouTube. So this is a digital asset. And though this video is free, but we get customers from this video, right? We get customers. So people enter our DM and say, okay, I want you to mentor me in business and in sales. So we get customers from our videos like this. And other persons also get customers. Let's say they are into web design or whatever, web design service, and they talk about how to better their web services, how to better your website and all that. And they get customers from their content, though free, but it's an asset to us because it's drawing customers to us. So you have other things like newsletters. So when you receive newsletters from some persons or for some companies updating you on some things, teaching you some strategies and so business strategy, that is also an asset. Sales copy, ebooks. Some ask you to drop your emails just to get an ebook and all that. So all these things are what are digital content, online courses, books, and the likes of that. Even job description. Now I'm going to be teaching digital assets in full, right? Like I said, so you do yourself good to understand and how to strategize and position your business in the right way. So now I said assets, right, can function. So if you notice all these things, like if you get an ebook, you can study the ebook on your own and you can understand how to and get content from that ebook without the owner of the ebook. Without the owner of the ebook. Now that is an asset. So anything that can be used without the presence of the owner pumps money. Now, if that asset, right, is placed in a place whereby everybody can have access to it. So let's say I go on vacation, but my links are out there. I have a website, which is also I have a website, and everybody can have access to it, and it's easy to understand and easy to operate, and they can be able to follow through my funnel and buy a particular thing without me even knowing. So while I'm sleeping, I'm making money. That's an asset. But if say you are even sleeping, not even traveling, and people cannot patronize and use that particular thing you call an asset, that's not an asset. It doesn't have to follow the 90 days rule. As a matter, if whatever you have and you say you make money from it, if you go to sleep and that thing cannot pump in money for you while you are asleep, it's not an asset. So the whole point of making money while you're asleep is what they call an asset. For example, you have a digital skill. You learned a digital skill. You know how to design a website. But if you are not around, it cannot bring you money. If you are sick, it cannot bring you money. If you are not at work, if anybody comes to your company trying to access that service and you are not there, they can't pick the job, then it is not an asset. An asset is something like a land, right? Let's look at that land. Like a landed property is there. You have a house. The house is there. Whether the landlord is there, whether the landlord is not there, the house rent is going to come. That's an asset. So what we are talking about now is digital asset. And why are we talking about digital asset? We're talking about digital asset because it's easy for families, it's easy for individuals to access digital asset, to own digital asset. For example, to buy a land is worth millions. Now, buying a land is worth millions. Depending on the country you're in, some countries it will be worth thousands of dollars. Now, to buy a house, build a house, and begin to make money from a house, let's look at it this way. It's going to take years. It's going to take a lot of millions, say in Nigeria, to build a house, buy a land, build a house, and to now make money from it is going to take you. It might take some persons about 7-10 years for them to start making profit from that house, for them to make their money back. Now, there was time that houses, like real estate property, they were gold mine, but now they are kind of crowded and they are overvalued. Just like anything, most businesses that come up, for example, when cryptocurrency came up, people went into it and they were making it, but now it's crowded, and because it's crowded, it now seems like a Ponzi scheme, right? So it's just overvalued. You pump in money, and before the cryptocurrency increases in value, it's it takes almost forever now, right? It takes almost forever, and that game is controlled from the back end. It's controlled somewhere. So let me not even get into that for now. Forget about crypto. I did cryptocurrency. Somehow I made money, lost money. So let's not talk about cryptocurrency for now. So I'm comparing a house with a digital asset, right? What it will cost you to have a real estate property, which one that's a traditional asset. It will cost you a lot, but you can, as a matter of fact, have a sales letter, right? You can have write a sales letter. It's just some few words, not even up to a page, and that few words can be run in advertisement and can be used to win a lot of customers. That sales copy can be aired over the radio, and many people will patronize and buy a particular product. Now, what does it take to write that sales copy? Or let's say it might just be a few. Let's say you have copywriting skills. You can learn copywriting skills almost free online. You can buy a book, $40, and you can write some of the greatest book in copywriting. Some of them are just less than $50. You can buy that and learn copywriting and write a very wonderful sales copy. You don't have to get a degree for that, right? You don't have to get a degree for that, and you can write a copy that will begin to win, and make millions, even in dollars. What does it cost to do it? Less than $50. Less than $50. It costs you to acquire that skill also and write that thing. It's less than $50. So, but a house, to build a house will cost you millions, right? But the returns on the sales copy is even more than that of a house. Okay, say you have a website, you have a funnel also, and you're selling digital products, or you're selling ebooks. You can just, on your PowerPoint, like for example, now I'm using a PowerPoint here, right in here. I'm using a PowerPoint. Now I can convert this PowerPoint into an ebook, and I put it out there. I can use it as a gated content. I can put it up for free, but I can use it as a gated content product for what? For prospect, and it will generate a lot of leads for me, which will now use targeted ads or send newsletters to these leads, which will now, and this is definitely we buy our product, our core product, our coaching product. You see what I'm saying now, right? And this just took me just some few minutes, right? Maybe an hour or so to prepare this, right? From the wealth of my knowledge, from my studying and all that. It just took me time to just prepare this, and I can convert it into a PDF, put it out there. Somebody will drop their email and their, as a matter of fact, I'm not putting it out there, right? I'm going to put it, probably you're going to see it in the description also, or probably another day you're going to see that link somewhere, and I'm going to get a lot of leads, generate a lot of leads because of this, and make a lot of money. So you see now, right? So this can generate a lot of money, bring a lot of clients to us, because we make a lot of money from coaching. We make a lot of money from coaching, right? If I'm going to be training people in business and sales like this, how to raise offers, all the stuff, I charge like 150 upward, right? I charge like 150 upward, depending on even whether you want a one-on-one coaching. If you want one-on-one coaching, the money is mad, right? So look at that. Look at that now. When you compare that, you now see the money that comes from digital assets, though the money that comes from digital, comparing to how much you invest in it, it's mad. It's mad. And that's why I'm teaching you now to focus your attention on what? On digital assets. So your family, or your, so while others are still going traditional, trying to get real estate, landed properties, which are overvalued, as a matter of fact, which are overvalued right now, they should be doing that. But you should go for digital assets. So any digital product that needs you to function is not an asset. You can create a digital asset, but if the digital asset needs you to function, it's not an asset. If the product needs you to function, it's not an asset. So you can create a sales copy that before anybody have access to it, they must talk to you. Nobody, or let's say you can create an ebook, but they have to call you. You have to be online before you send the ebook. So to just have access to the ebook is is a hustle. That is not an asset. So before anybody buys it, they have to call you, they have to do this, they have to do that. That is not an what? An asset. So build the asset and automate it. See, there is this asset we built. There's this asset we built, an online portal for a tertiary institution. So there's this school using it, and there was a payment aspect that, because of the internet issue in the locality, they were having issues. So some transactions stop halfway. You understand that even in banking, they have that kind of issue. So I was like, the way banks treat this issue, I don't like that, and I wouldn't want to be treating my customers that way. Also, for them to be waiting for 1 week, 2 weeks, to get a week or so, some days for us to be able to. The complaint were much, so for them to be waiting for us to sort that before they are able to progress in whatever they are trying to do. It's not good. So what I did was, I now created a system. I created a way that we created a way that they can solve their problem themselves. Just like bank, whenever you're having issues, they ask you for the payment reference, they ask you for the beneficiary account and all that. So we created a place where you can input all those things yourself, and then the transaction will be completed automatically. See, guys, the moment we did that, I rested. I can sleep well at night because nobody's calling me anymore, right? As a matter of fact, I have not been having students calling me from that school. We were not attending to them. Customer care was now free. Nobody was calling us. Nobody was asking us, my payments had issues, all those kind of things. Everything free. So that became an asset. But the time whereby they have to call us for the things to work, it was not an asset anymore. Are you getting it? But we have built a system that works on its own, right? That is an asset. And the money we make from there, some traditional houses, real estate properties don't make that kind of money, right? So you see why I'm asking you to go for what? Digital asset, right? Digital asset. And I'll be teaching you how to build a lot of digital assets. So, and we have built products like that. We have other products like that people can access online, do everything on their own, and pay us. As a matter of fact, we've built a kind of an e-commerce platform, and some of you in the training, you're going to be launched in there, where you can host your courses and do a lot of things on your own, right? I'm going to be unveiling that product to you very, very soon, very, very soon. Some of you are going to go through a coaching class. You're going to be the first person. You're going to be the first person to experience that product. We have built a product like that, and we'll be making money from that product by just sleeping, by just hosting it online, go to sleep, and be receiving alerts, right? So it's very, very easy. It's cost effective. The millions. Can I tell you something? If you have millions and you are thinking of, okay, if you have some money and you want to build a digital asset and you don't know how to go about it, please ask me, ask us, come to our DM, tell us, okay, this is what I want to do, and I would like you to guide me in, and we are going to help you. So now I told you I'm going to come back to the definition of a business, what a business is. Now I've been able to establish to you that business, there's no money in business, but there's money in asset. Why asset? Because income follows asset. Income follows asset. I've told you how money follows assets from the what? From the hunter age, right? From the hunting and gathering age to this digital age, how money follows asset. And so now, a business is an entity that uses assets to what? To provide solutions to its users. A business is a what? It's an entity, an organization, whatever it is, that uses assets to provide solutions to its users. So let me tell you something. If you are setting up a business, you should work with this mentality. You should first of all build assets and then use the asset to solve the problem. I was reading a blog post about a lot of startups that just crashed, like ending of last year, 2023. They got funding worth about $70-something million, and all that money is gone down the drain. They are gone. So when a business when a business doesn't have an ecosystem of assets, right? An ecosystem of assets, the business will suffer. The business will not be able to make a lot of money. the business will be struggling. They don't have market assets. They don't have funded assets. They don't have a lot of assets. They will suffer, and at the end, they will close. That's why you see a lot of business, when the owner goes, the business is gone. So what I would do if I were you, this is what I would do. I will build business assets, right? And I will learn how to turn my skills to assets. I'll assetize my skills, right? I will learn how to turn my skills to asset and then monetize the asset. So most times you hear people talk about monetizing your skills. No, you can monetize your skills without having assets. So turn your skills to asset, assetize your skills, then monetize the assets. And you can also automate. You can turn your processes, business processes, also into asset, and automate all the business, right? Automate business, automate your customer service so that you can scale, right? So if I were you, you're just starting, instead of trying to go there before scaling, I can set up the business this way so that automatically the business scales from what was that. So if you're just starting a business, if you want to start a business, we can guide you. You can follow this process, set up the business this way so that the business can be scaling from day one, right? Why wait till 2 years, 5 years before you scale when you can scale from day one? Do you get my point now? So that is what I will do. See, Scott Adams says something. Say every skill you acquire doubles your odds for success. But I say every asset built from skills acquired guarantees success. So instead of trying to learn skills, your goal is to be learning skills that you want to assetize and monetize, right? So that's the way success comes. So I'm rooting for you. Apply these things. Like I said, like, share, like our video, please. Like our video, share this video.